Hi, old beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 3 of the Premier ozfortress Season 32. I'm Luggnuts. Joining me is DuMmTm.
Hopefully some good games here coming up, bringing up the Premiership division for the season here.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen on Pritzcast the previous round of round 1, I think.
We can see how this game will be going for these teams here. Like I said, you've seen some of these teams before. What can you tell us about these two rosters here going into this matchup?
Right, so for Xeno, pretty strong roster. Like we've seen before, Fane, as always, a very star player who I always love, seeing on stream because he always pulls off some pretty crazy plays. On the other side, on updog, also a pretty decent roster. There are a lot of these players playing with each other for the first time this season. It's a new team, but definitely some players who've been playing with each other for a while on there as well.
We'll have to see how it goes on these two maps. On Sunshine to start the game off with here. Given point.
Actually, I think we might be misled. I think it's Sunshine and Metalworks today.
Ooh, Metalworks. Well, that's also a map officially in the game. At the very least, didn't get changed much recently. But yeah, it's been like a little bit in the map pool in Australia already, right?
Metalworks is always that one map that, everyone plays almost every season now, but no one's really put in the time to do a lot of learning on it. I mean, there's so many ways that both these maps could go horribly wrong for either team. I mean, Sunshine's a map where strong snipers just completely tear through the opposition. We already see a pre-game sniper out of Xeno, so maybe they're prepared for that one. It'll be interesting to see how updog tries to counter that and sort of make their mark on this game.
But what I'm looking for more right now, at least, is going to be the game starting with map number 1.
Yeah, definitely. Going to keep my eyes on Matt probably for this mid because he's been playing Demoman for a while, pretty experienced. I'm expecting to get here early and have a little bit of the edge over. Coming out from the valley area, getting some early spam over, not really too much damage on either side. Both the soldiers contesting now height, sort of the bell tower area. A lot of space being taken by the red team here. Xeno, Fane actually getting taken down by a counter bomb coming out of updog, so that's going to give them a little bit of play down. They have a lot of position over this mid though, and that might be enough for them to win it. Sure enough, they're sort of pushing out the side of Xeno from this mid.
That was just such good damage early. No one on updog had any health for the majority of this mid fight here. Were refusing to leave though, and at the end it keeps Dolo down as well right now. Big bomb in by Paulson right away. Just fakes it early here. Just wants to put some fear in their eyes for the moment, but doesn't like his approach angle just yet. They still try to keep the pressure up from Cafe here. A little bit more spam coming through. Seeing if someone can somehow slip past. Not happening just yet. No chance through. Choke there either at the moment nor on the flank. Fane unlucky. Doesn't find an opening here. So not the greatest mid fight for updog, but will keep themselves safe and secure on second for the time being. It is just a matter of who can find the first opening here through this stalemate.
Yeah, and it does look like Xeno is playing very aggressively through this valley area. They like playing these sort of aggressive plays in. They've got a soldier coming in behind now, ult. It's getting shot, he's been found a bit. Does get on a medic and gets a force, actually. Monica's gone really low there. It's a pretty good situation now for Xeno, but they do have 2 players down, so they're going to have to protect the Uber pretty heavily.
Yeah, barely misses the wall shot there. Monica's feared anyway. Will pop the Uber now to just protect the castle, and they don't see the flag. Oh, barely do actually. Pressure's going down. 1 bit more damage. The choke will do. Costs some 2 players here. Monica's with a nice little surf here, but it's no chance for a scout. Chasing you down all the way back towards spawn anyway. And despite the best efforts here on updog, they will still lose so much in the end. 3 down, including the medic. Makes this fall apart rather quickly here. This looks like a done deal for the round. There's a chance you can hold on to something here at least. They need to put up a mad defense right now. NG late to the field as well. They will get the spawns up as well, because Xeno opts to wait for the Uber instead of pushing off the spawns not being up just yet. Probably a safe bet in some cases here, but it's going to give them a lot of time to put up the gun now.
Yeah, exactly. We've got Precious here on the sniper class, something that he's played quite a bit. Maybe not as threatening as some of the sniper possibilities on the other team, but definitely should be able to keep them in mind. Sentry going down to spam from Fane. I'd hope that I'd taught Luna a little bit better on where to place it, but that's now a sniper pick from him as he swaps off anyway. That's going to buy them a little bit more time as Fane goes down. That's one of the big playmakers. 50% Uber now for R4, but the Uber has come in from the side of Xeno.
I'll have to see what this can do. Just very haphazardly in through the left side right now. Finds the heavy at least. It's a good first kill to have, but struggling to get more space through the left side just yet. Get good damage though. can also going down. Was very exchange soldier towards point. Wants to get on the medic instead though, and gets just blocked by both the Devilman and the wall there. Somehow awkwardly just stuck in between. One more scout push coming in. Tries to get through. Not gonna happen here. And Xeno just struggling to take a lot of space with this Uber initially. Just stops the long game from working out all too well here. For this last push now, it's just a matter of getting out of here. This trap wasting a lot of time for updog right now, but they're just taking a long way through and still beating out most of the spawns here anyway. No one really wants to fight back. Without everyone up, without an Uber, not a great option to take for Xeno. They're just falling back for the time being here, and updog can get themselves back to second, back into this game here. Probably not quite back to mid just yet, at least not very easily, but they like their odds anyway.
Yeah, they're looking to take this fight, walking in, haven't used yet, probably don't want to force it out. They know that it's even at this stage, but their soldiers have taken position on height. It doesn't really look like Xeno's being successfully able to push them off it. And the re-aggression does come in though, kills Luna the scout, and now they're getting all into the combo. The Uber has been popped out of the side of updog, and they're going to have to use this to retreat, but there is a bit of chasing going on with the Uber from Xeno, and a lot more players on their side as well.
Just a bit of a better Uber by Xeno here. Already so many people down. Only 2 more left to go. I don't think those guys will be very much staying in this fight. It's all precious in the match, just running out while they can still. Spawn should be largely up except for Mix by the time this goes in class, but maybe they take the odds this time around here, at least trying for it. You get some cap time started already. People have to come and block. 6 on the point, dealing good damage here. Everyone's fairly hit already. The heavy in the back though, making a huge difference while everyone's like 50 health. The heavy just the big target. He needs to go down first. He needs people back. With the time they have to sit with the medic here. Rinton in the backlines as well. Great job with that bomb. Cleans up 2. Just flanking around them there a little bit here. And Omni going down, obviously being the big important one right now. Just really, really good job there between the heavy just sponging up the damage and a nice solid flank. Keeps them in this still a little bit longer right now and maybe gets them out of here once more as well. Fane spotted in the lower area will go down. Adolo in the meantime already on the cap here. Sure, the spawns are up now, but they need to expect everyone on updog being up and ready on second already here. Get the cap now as well. With the advantage going now, with Omni having nothing to respond with, this should be a much better push into mid than it has been before.
Definitely winning off these last pushes for sure, and the MVP for those I would say is Luna. They're now preparing for this push in. Beam is on Adolo, but Xeno is already pulling out of this choke. They should be able to take this without using but the sniper taking down R4 just at the worst time for updog as they were about to turn the map around. They're now going to be forced to play for the point, play for the sack, play for trying to stop this from turning into another roll into their last. Luna goes down to the sniper as well. Fane, however, being taken down in return. Precious losing the duel with Pandemic below point. It's going to leave a soldier behind and Xeno in full control at this point.
Yeah, just great showcase of the surprise factor the sniper can have sometimes. Who needs the spy being invisible when they can't see the sniper coming necessarily the first time either. Still Solly's being around, but can't do anything about this. That going down again for absolutely nothing gained in the meantime here. Just 2 people behind that they utterly are aware of as well. They're trying the hardest in the back and jumping about. It is just a fun time playing b-ball on mid for the Sollies right now, but it is in fact Matt coming back trying to ruin the fun maybe? Nope. Thinks against it as well. See the second point go through and they just figure, well, they can't back up us anymore. They'll have to come our way now. So everyone back to second. They just square up together here and just try to make this difficult for them with the Uber coming up towards last now.
That's one of those soldiers going down. The other one's still in behind, trying to get some damage on the sniper. Getting savaged by the soldier, though. Counter bomb from Fane does take him down. That's now a very slow push in from Xeno. They've already taken down 2. The 2 behind players haven't had to use. Finally used now as their sniper goes down to the scout. But I mean, with this amount of ad, how good this Uber is, there shouldn't be much that updog can do against it. The heavy goes down. The rest of the players still stuck in spawn. The soldiers in the demo making a last desperate play for point. Only one of the soldiers left alive, though, and the point getting capped gives the first round to Xeno.
Alright, good run by Xeno here. Starts off obviously with a better mid fight and just managed to keep control from there. Obviously not perfect. Couple of missed opportunities into last for sure, but managed to pull through here, keep control of the match until they get the lead here. For now, far from over, just plenty time for updog to potentially come back, but this mid fight has got to look a lot better now.
Yeah, Adolo getting there first actually, because Matt took the extra time to push through Valley. Doesn't really do too much with it though. Still a lot of height being taken by updog, and they're rotating actually to be entirely on Xeno's side. The aggression does come in from Xeno now though. They're taking a lot of damage though, being forced out of things, and that's going to allow some counter aggression from updog to come into this. Fane pretty far out in Valley. Completely swapped sides now. The soldiers really taking a lot of space here. Precious hitting down Fane is again almost a mirroring of the first mid, setting things up well for updog, but the frags keep coming out. Another frag traded out. And now updog's being forced pretty close to the corner, but they've finally got their Uber now and they've used.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. This exchange coming out right now. Scout gets one more kill here. Matt so weak, but gets away from Precious there just about. Gets the beam on him somehow, barely in time to stay alive at least a little bit longer here. That makes this fight a whole lot more awkward now with Adolo down still. Up until this point here, updog will have to give up some space. He looked so nice until the exchange, but Xeno just managing to pull through quite a little bit better here and keep up momentum from here as well. With just a few kills, they might not even spawn just yet. They're missing so much damage with 2 people down here on second, and Xeno's just taking full control of this point once more, forcing them out. I mean, they have advantage here, not a ton, however. Demo kill once again, Fane just going really, really aggro there, chases them towards last. Nice little kill to Happy. Maybe they want to play up that? It's hard to say, but with an advantage, it's a very low prospect for Xeno now.
Yeah, definitely missing Fane is going to be a difficult one to push. They haven't really succeeded too many pushes without them. Happy to get forward a little bit, do a bit of spam there with Matt, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't really look like they want to commit to this too hard at the moment. I don't know if they know they have an advantage here because R4 did get away with the same amount of Uber, so yeah, Xeno's just happy to reset, take it a little bit slower because they are that round up. Updog's not in the worst possible position at the moment. They know that they're pretty decent on these last pushes. They don't have the most to fear, especially in an even Uber situation. They have time to try things out. Soldier Bomb is coming in though. Alt doing some damage and Fane with the crucial long-range rocket to drop R4 there. That's going to be devastating for the updog defense, and now Xeno can just take all the time they want in the world to get their soldiers back and push into this, unless some of the updog players can do something about it, play some tricky plays behind.
Someone's already going for DuMmTm on the spy, trying to be the hero here. Dolo as well, but with different intent, trying to put a trap up forward. But there's a scout in the face already here. No chance against that. Maybe the spy can be the savior once more here, but no, goes to the door as the scout peek immediately. Spotted right away as Uber comes in right already. Gets the gun, not much else yet. Luna just spawns back on heavy. Stays left just fine. Didn't get a ton just yet, but they're all weak on left side here. And how can they go in on point if they know they will die? In fact, they will not even try it in the end. Just have to see the cap go to waste right in front of them. Good enough job by Xeno here to wrap up the round. 2-0 lead already here. Looking really, really solid out of them so far.
No, for sure. I mean, they've got some pretty solid control of this map so far. Haven't lost a mid, so going into this, they're definitely going to be the favorite for this one. Unless Updog can turn something around. I mean, they know what they're doing. They know how to turn this out, and they've had a pretty decent advantage early on in the mids. Early kill on the Dem Man is the advantage they need. Xeno doesn't want to contest that. They just want to get completely out of that and hold second. Updog now has their opportunity if they want to play this very aggressively, push them without the demo, and that does look like what they're doing. They already have Luna and Adolo trying to push through Choke with the soldiers bombing in support. Fane doing a lot to stuff that though, and really stopping this push before it's even started. They have still survived. R4 down on very low health. Low health on both teams actually, but it does look like Updog just wants to reset this to mid. Take this a little bit slower.
Okay, Precious just had the mad dash scout view of all time that just walks in while everyone already leaves to push into second completely behind and somehow still gets poisoned anyway. That's just some scout privilege right there, but doesn't amount to much just yet here. At least it's one soldier that won't bomb you now at the very least here, but there's more to come here as well. They're in fact trying themselves here. Nice shot by Mix, but it comes at the cost of DuMmTm also going down 1-for-1 here. I don't think they're going to play much more of this one here, but I appreciate the effort at least, but needs a bit more than that, I think, for them to really want to make a proper push out of this now.
Yeah, Xeno can definitely afford to play this a lot more defensively than Updog can. They need to make things go on, and that double sack does look like it. Precious does get Fane there. Soldier comes in, unfortunately deleted by Matt. Precious still managing to get in behind though. Does die, however, without getting too much done. And that's another drop on R4 by Alt.
It is so unfortunate. They were so busy just being fancy into second with their double solid scout sack behind, but nope, needed that scout back up top. Luna, speaking of up top, just jumps in high onto the combo there as a scout. That's not something you see all day here. It can beat the jump, but just is in perfect position. Accidentally genius by the soldier here, and that brings them completely back in the picture now. Still obviously far away from having him safety, but as long as this Matt lives, that might be fine here. Will they though? Scout behind already. Hit some shots, but Adolo actually just body blocks all the shots for his medic. Great teamwork here for Xeno, just happening to work out perfectly for them. Let's do that already. Problem is, as much as the scouts are down, the guys you would expect to go in for the sack are still alive as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. This stage, I mean, Botticus needs to be protected, needs to be kept alive with this uber advantage, but I mean, they've got to be scared with the fact that Xeno has a lot of picking potential. They have the sniper off class that isn't up yet, but is always a big threat. I mean, Feign coming in or Alt coming in is a very dangerous threat that's already caused Botticus to die so many times in this match. So, I mean, does look like they're holding a bit back at the moment. They are fearing the super advantage, so if if updog plays this correctly, they could get quite a lot of space off this without even having to use this, which puts them in a good place to push this last, but there's already a preemptive sentry gun being set up there.
They're expecting it, of course, here to not have to have much of a chance on this point right now, but that doesn't mean they won't try. Soldier still forward is at the very least the opportunity to go for the force here early, not be in the worst spot on last right now, but well, very slow on this one for now. Just peeks in with the Solly, sees what's up, sees people in the back there. And actually, all of Xeno's confidence just back already. They get this Uber, and updog just utterly unaware of the Uber situation. Somehow in the chaos of the last few moments, must have slipped past them how much advantage they had here. This was very much a doable push ahead of them here. If they just so tried, but I think the easy way out for now and just will have actually the long way ahead of them. In fact, the double bomb in already here, but the landing they will. Mix just has all the time in the world. Everyone's looking in the sky for one bomb here. Will not find the other. In the meantime, Pressure's also going in. That's 2 down for 3, but one of those 2 that's going down is a lot more worthwhile pick to get than any of the 3 that just died for updog.
It does seem like Precious is dying in every single one of these sacks, which is, maybe helping them get them through, but isn't quite helping them get as protected as maybe they'd like. This repush is coming out, though, with this full advantage. They have blocked the point. They have to protect from Feign, though. Sorry, Alt, as he does go in onto the medic, gets taken down, though, but does force R4 to use here. They're going to try to get a little bit out of this, but not really too much. Maybe they might bleed a scout or the demo in here. Yeah, Luna goes down. Demo goes down as well. And now R4 is being attacked by Feign, who does get out alive. Doesn't quite get R4 as well. At this stage, it's just panic mode for updog. They're going to have to reset to an uber disadvantage situation, but luckily they still kept R4 alive, so they're not going to be in the worst positions for maybe getting uber to hold last.
Well, not the worst, is very much still the same as not good though, however, for them here with this disadvantage. Either way, this should be a done deal for second already here. Unlike their position, Xeno fully aware of the situation, just quick into this point, not letting this come up to chance at all here, and with this, already ready for the lower push into last right now, just squaring up. Demo Scout on the beam, it seems it will be here, trying to go deep here. Gun on the point, only in mere level 1 right now, not the target early, but should not be a hard one to get here, especially with the heals now down as well. Nice job by the Demo here, man, takes down the mat. It's looking like a formality right now to just play the slow game, take space on left. As it slowly but surely inches towards point, only 2 left alive right now. Really good focus fire all the way through by Xeno here to take out one by one the entirety of updog and get the round.
It's now 3 rounds down for updog, and at this stage they're going to be feeling a lot pressured here. I mean, they're going to be probably pulling out a lot more aggressive plays. They definitely need to get this thing rolling in their favor. This mid is, they already won the last mid, so this mid's pretty crucial for them to get momentum back and start things going, and hopefully for them they'll be able to get a little bit of space off here, get a little bit of aggression to go through, and pull off something this round.
Oh no, the mat goes down so early. Matt once again just getting the sticky snipes going on the mat here. Really early kill on blue, and there's only one thing you can do now. You gotta go in for Omni. The scout's on that already here. Really early, get that kill right away. Can just hopefully trade out some more kills, but they're helplessly outnumbered already. All the damage classes but the Demo Man still on the field, and all they have left to go for after the sack on the medic is the one Solly in the back that's already been spotted. Nice rockets are coming out of Rintin, at least making this one difficult for them here, but hard to imagine this will do much more.
Yeah, definitely not really what they wanted there. Sure enough, I mean, they got the medic as well, but that just means this round is just going to be even slower. It's going to be actually a pretty fast one if they don't notice Paulson behind. Does manage to get picked up though, so R4 is safe for now. But still, they don't really have the uber advantage to make too much go here. They look like they want to take this aggressively, however, anyway. They need to be using that player advantage to try to get something done, because they're still 3 rounds down. Feign going down is that advantage as well. Precious now taking the duel on the flank with Luna in support. Doesn't get the scout yet, though. Precious going down. It's going to give a little bit of a chance for Xeno to aggress again. That's the scout picking up a soldier as well. That's a Dola going down, completely scuffing that push for them. And they're building a little worse as well, so they're not going to have an Uber in time to defend the second, even if they did have the players. At the moment, Xeno's just completely dominating this round as well as they've been the others. But something needs to change for updog.
Yeah, let's see what xeno can do with this one here. If they dare to push this still, I mean, the Doberman's technically still down, but I'm sure, yeah, by the time they're even close to in, that man will be spawned back up with Odo back on the field here as well. What will that make out of the decision making here? Looks like it's going to be double pulse and early, second bomb coming late, seeing what they can find with this one on point, not getting too lucky here. And even despite so much damage on the Doberman, actually wants to find the second kill here either. Not a successful sack for xeno there at all, but it's really just coming down to how good the counterplay is now at updog here. They had the confidence to sack too. Let's see if they can back it up with keeping the second point alive.
Yeah, definitely now your chance for updog. They're getting in on them. The Ubers have been exchanged. It's a pretty decent situation for updog if they continue this, but Fane taking down one of the soldiers. Precious taking down Fane in return though. It's going to give updog control of this point. Even Ubers again, roughly, depending on how well R4 builds this one, because Omni is already pushing up to almost 30%. Meanwhile, R4 hasn't even hit 20 yet, so, I mean, at the moment, if Xeno knows how well they've got the build advantage, they might decide to push this again. They've been playing so aggressively, but at the end of the day, they really don't need to. They're 3 rounds up, they're sitting in a really comfortable position, and updog's really the ones who need to make something happen here.
Yeah, it is a tough scoreline to have to go up against right now, but we'll have to see just how this will go for them right now, how they can manage to find something here at least in terms of momentum right now with this advantage in hand. Not going to be easy as well. Xeno just has opportunity on them here to bring this one back, but it's going to be tough for updog right now to somehow stay in this. Xeno still on the aggressive right now, even still peeking into the second point already here. Fane maybe going to get one, but in fact it's the double bomb coming through, seeing what they can do with this one here, but not going to amount to much just yet. These double sacks not been nearly as successful as they would like. Still getting kills though. Mix going down there really, really late, courtesy of Pandemic. Suddenly it's looking a lot better than the bomb would have initially maybe made you believe.
Yeah, I mean, they got down the demo in there, so I'd expect Xeno to actually do something aggressive here. Sure enough, the scout comes in, taking a deal with the soldier, backed up by Fane, does get a pick as the rest of the push comes through onto the combo. Pushes out a really unfavorable Uber for updog. The demo is going to be able to take so much space here, and this second is guaranteed for Xeno. It's going to be pulling back for last again for updog, and I mean, they've been showing they can do pretty well on these last holds. They're relatively invulnerable to the sacks, but I mean, you don't want to be sitting there on last thinking, how long can we hold this when you're 3 rounds down? It's 9 minutes left and you really have to start getting things moving. So we haven't really seen that super aggressive play coming out of them yet. A lot of exchanges of players pay off this last though, so maybe they're going to try to turn that around.
There's the Fane bomb coming in, gets so close. Bonica's barely surviving this one here, but will not quite be this time here as well. 3-2 once more. Omni doesn't quite have yet. Maybe played this one a little bit loose with Uber situation, but certainly just kept them at alive just fine here and been all good about it. Once the Uber is ready to go here, I want to have another cheeky little bomb in towards the Manic here. We'll get close to Bodycus this time around though. We'll have to use stacking here, but it's looking like they're just about to do that already here. Small hesitance here out of Red Team. Actually will get bombed before they can really do anything about it here, but it will still catch so many people still on the point. Just a bomb in a bad moment when no one else was ready to just deal with the consequences of the sack. And this Uber is just getting so many kills already. 3 left alive right now, just the scouts on beam. Again, 6 coming in. Spawns nowhere to be found. Mix will the first one up here be for updog right now, but push is already coming. Does the force out right away and find a bonus kill as well.
Yeah, the Uber does come out now for R4, so, you know, they're going to be able to defend that for a little bit longer, but now it's just a leapfrog, Uber advantage on the side of Xeno. Not player advantage yet, but I mean, they're holding their second. Updog looking like they want to make something happen off this though. They won't just hold last. Adolo bombing in onto the medic, gets the kill onto him with the pipe. Goes down himself, but that's going to be a really good situation for the team if they can keep their own medic alive, and they could allow them to do a good push here.
Paulson already in last, just jumps past everyone here, definitely fighting those projectiles, and just about does a good enough job here to not die before this cap goes through. Round through a back cap will bring us to match point. Xeno and I, they can wrap this map up early if they just get one more point on the board.
Yeah, I mean, there is enough time for updog to turn things around, but it's going to be a really, really hard uphill climb. Xeno just going to want to close this one out, and it's all going to come down to them for this mid. If they lose this one, it's going to take a lot longer for them to get what they want here. Certainly a lot of presence coming forward from updog. They want to play this aggressively. They want to get things through. Paulson going in behind, though, as well as Fane. Lots of frags coming out though for updog, and it does look like they've got relatively decent control over this. Both soldiers behind though, and they need to watch out for them, because if they come in and pick up the medic or something, then any of updog's hopes of giving a slightly more even scoreline are just going to be dashed horribly.
On the bright side, the last few double bombs haven't been that great out of Xeno here. That's been something they've been able to deal with quite nicely here. Pressures will crack in the end from this one at least. But at the end of the day, hey, both of them are down. That's good enough for the time being here, even if they do lose one more in the meantime. But all good in the world so far here in at least this round. I mean, on the grand scheme of things for updog. We'll claim the mid fight here. I think that's number 1 for them. Will have a good advantage going forward as well. And they were playing it safe on second here, not trying to stay forward with 2 down as well. But in fact, would have gone completely unpunished. No one knows Xeno's trying anything funny onto the second point just yet. We'll just settle on last. I mean, hey, if you're not focused on, on trying desperately not to lose on Xeno's end at the moment, you might at the very least still think about the fact that, I mean, still match point losing around here would draw out the game more certainly to the full 30-minute mark right now. I don't want to have that either necessarily, so still something at stake for them if they want to hold on to this round.
Yeah, definitely. It's the first time updog has actually managed to take a second. It's the first time they push it last as well. Uber goes pretty disastrous for them though. They're losing players left, right and center. R4 desperately trying to escape, basically by himself, no players anywhere nearby. Finally gets a soldier, but I mean, it's a long walk out of second, it's a longer walk out of mid. Does look like he's managed to escape from this though, but now that puts Xeno back in control of second and back in control of the round.
Yeah, really nice flank by Paulson there. Just immediately as he was off, just behind everyone, picks them apart immediately after the Uber phase. And with that full turnaround now, all the momentum in Xeno's hands here. Don't actually have advantage out of this one just yet, but do have just players onto mid faster here, trying to take the chances for this one as much as they can here. However, the backline crashes on the point, tries to take the fight with Fane. However, quickly turn a 2v1 here, will only win one of those two. Either way though, updog believes in the block with this one here, wanted to just help out the backup as much as they can here. Might have taken a bit of an uphill battle right now, they're already 2 down and 2 incredibly weak players left. Can't really fight this too much more. This backup had to work, they put it all on the line for this one. Will not work out. Xeno wins the fight overall, and with that, even still has player ad going forward as well. Maybe not quite evil ready just yet, so they will delay for the spawns here, but I mean at this point, taking a little bit more time with a 4-0 lead is not the end of the world for them.
Yeah, it could be the end of the world for updog though. I mean, in that situation, they could have maybe used an Uber a bit aggressively there. Still didn't like to do it. It seems like they might still think they have ad as they're looking to take this fight through Valley. Early pop coming out of them, and a return pop coming out of Omni, but no players that he was connected to for that moment. Frags coming through on both sides. The Demo Man and the Soldier going down for Xeno, so not an awful situation for updog to retake control of this one, as long as they get their players healed and into this fight. It does look like he's successfully doing Omni getting taken down. Olsen unable to get the return frag on the medic, and it's just a 1 scout left in Cafe pulling out. It's really well for updog.
Yeah, really great turnaround here. Just completely picked them apart with some nice stuff there coming out, and suddenly they can still get something on the board here as well. I mean, winning might not be much of their ambition anymore this game here, but at the very least, making a game out of this one scoreline lies, maybe get something on the board for themselves. They're not going to work for Rintin too much just yet. Tries to just get position, and Man's already waiting there, pipe ready, gets the kill right away, and with that, Fane also got through the flank. No one went to the flowers area here, and with that, there's Fane on the medic. Hits the beam spoon. I'm glad that thing is banned in Europe. I don't have to see these anymore. Get this thing out of here.
That's going to be one of the most demoralizing ways to see your push just picked to pieces, with the final crowning achievement being the crack of the market gardener killing your medic. I mean, that's not going to be a fun time for them for sure. The very worst, even if your morale's been absolutely broken, the worst that can happen is you just lose one more round this map and then hopefully a reset to the next one. Because at this stage, I don't think that there's too much of a chance to win. Only 3 minutes left for updog. Definitely a chance to them to, at the very least, make a little bit more of an even score line, get a few more points that might help them get towards playoffs.
Yeah, certainly will put them in a great spot right now. It was like a win and a tie they had so far, so this certainly puts them a lot better in a position here for upcoming weeks right now. But game's not over yet. A few more minutes left to go, and they could certainly just wrap this up already here. Good opportunity now with that last push coming in. DuMmTm high in the sky already, gets the gun out right away here. No cap him just yet. Wanted to get passes heavy first of all. Force Luna back. Spawn back on scout, pressures on sniper on the other side as well. Gets one early, Fane down right away. Actually better player numbers for them here. One more bomb coming through, doesn't do a ton even with nice shots out of Thrasher. Suddenly, no chance of winning this one anymore. Scout all alone here with the medic, and that doesn't last much longer either. Updog will keep last alive for now. 2:40 left. I mean, maybe they can get around with this one.
Yeah, I mean, these updog glass defenses have been actually really good for them and been allowing them to get quite a bit out. They need to use these Uber advantages successfully, though, because they have a 100% advantage here. Omni hasn't even spawned yet. I mean, a good play from them could easily clean up at least 2 points. Precious going down for the sniper really isn't the best way to start that out. Gonna have to make sure R4 doesn't go to that as well, but he's currently holding completely disconnected in Valley. Scared to walk into this. Luna going down as well. That's now both scouts on updog are being taken out by this sniper. Looks like all that pre-game practice really worked out well for him. Still no use yet from R4, so they're going to be able to maybe take a bit more space on this mid. Doesn't look like they're getting capped yet. They have used the Uber though inside the choke.
Yeah, there's the bombs coming through already, just trying to go DP, but Matt had a sticky to jump out on the player, bombing him as well. Just multi-purpose sticky there, gets him out, gets the kill, and gets more than 1 kill in the end as well here. Look at that, just clean up in full force. Fane will go down, but that's really the only thing going wrong here at all. Precious around the corner, will not get much further there. Onto the medic. Nice clean up all around by Xeno here, and back they are in full swing towards last now.
I mean, this is a pretty devastating situation. You've got an almost full Uber disadvantage now. The shoes on the other foot, they do get the sentry gun up though. Now with a minute left on the clock, I mean, at this stage, forget getting around. You're just hoping it doesn't turn into a 5-0. So far, updog has got a pretty good record on this map on last defenses, so they can't be feeling too uncomfortable right now. Sniper and the engineer are a pretty good defensive position, but they're going to have to face off this Xeno push with a full Uber advantage that's coming in now from the left side.
Yeah, there they go. Push in onto Scout, just being that guy in, get the Devil Bomb going as well. See what they can do. Gun on the right side, takes a while to go down here, but the spam's ready for the other way. Only thing the actual invincibility gets as well, with already one down. Most of the were just kind of wasted, slowly jumping in here, getting juggled a bit at the beginning as well. 6 on point for blue. Make that pretty much a non-factor for what to worry about here, but as it goes,
Oh no.
I can only say the market garden and its consequences have been a disaster for the team to play with.
Surely a disaster for R4's mental health as well. Does look like they managed to clean up quite a lot of players though and have held on to this last 10 seconds left. So a 4-0 scoreline for Xenophobia, for Sunshine. Unless the scout gets a back cap, doesn't look like he's going to succeed there.
There we go, that should wrap things up here. Will be prevented from getting the full 5-0 sweep, but got dangerously close to it anyway here. And certainly the precedence has been set. These guys are just a good full step ahead at the very least on Xeno, and updog has some work to do if they want to get anything out of map number 2 here tonight.
I mean, on one stage you got to say that updog didn't get 5-0'd. They can now do a reset, go into Metalworks, which if they've been scrimming they could have a little bit of an edge on. Sure, we've actually got some logs up here as well from the last game. So pretty big damage and frag advantage for Xeno. Matt and Pandemic topping the board in damage, Pandemic topping the board in frags, so, doing quite a lot of work there, but not too far behind on most players for updog there. No one's really doing significantly worse than their counterparts. Looks like we're starting up now.
Yeah, let's see what the Metalworks game can bring here for us. Maybe we'll see the Endless Golden Cap for change here. Would in fact be appreciated here, because first map, if you just joined between updog and Xeno, wasn't all that close. Updog did a valiant effort here to try to keep this alive, and Xeno just a full step ahead here, keeping this one to a 4-0 lead at the end. Going about Metalworks now to see who will be the winner of this matchup in total for map number 2. Metalworks coming up now.
It looks like some early position take on crates by both teams. Playing around the battle area, that's a huge bomb from Mix. Matt actually being taken down by an aggression from Precious. Gonna put a good situation for updog, taking control of this mid. Another soldier going down, even frags on each side though. That's both demos going down, both soldiers going down on both teams. Just a fight of the scouts. R4 pretty low, as long as he keeps the shots off them though, they're not gonna be too much for them. Omni deciding to take this out with Pandemic as soon as the other scout goes down, however. So Precious going down as well. Looks like they're wanting to chase. Luna taking this fight as well. Both scouts off beam, but no, it just looks like finally they're going to separate. Just pull back to second for Xeno as updog caps the mid.
Welcome to Ulti Duo 2. I think some people regretted the decisions to go off beam there at some point very quickly, but at least they keep themselves alive enough to keep the midpoint control. Here Luna pedals back from the decision to try to chase that the moment his teammate went down immediately here. Quick regret setting in, but still take the win here either way. Still have Uber on both sides for that matter as well. Nice first mid for updog here. Just managed to fend themselves off of bombs well enough to keep this one alive. Slightly better mid fight here. Nothing explosive, so no quick chances into the second point just yet. So we really have to go the long way here to see what this possibly can do right now. No one's on the flank quite yet. No one's ready to get the sig bombs going early right now, but surely at some point here they will set something up. We've seen it before last map here as well, and it's going to be Paulson actually going in first before anyone can do anything about it. Won't find much. Mix all the way to the medic here. Doesn't quite have the rockets needed to kill there, but Omni still has to respect it. Either way, will force at the end of this one just about all of this paying off for updog.
Yeah, actually, updog had force there as well, so putting in a pretty even situation here. 2 players down, getting that pick on Fane does stop them from getting just immediately pushed here. Both scouts working to stop the Xeno team from pushing into this mid. Their players have respawned though, so really at this stage we'll probably just be seeing a reset. Xeno likes to play things aggressively, but updog has the middle point and they don't really like to take those massive risks on things, so probably likely that they'll see a bit more methodical, bit slower play here.
Yeah, it just brings the game fully back into the same position we've just guarded from before, as you mentioned. So we'll see what they can do. Paulson with another bomb this time around gets a lot closer, but still not close enough. In the meantime, however, Rinton already behind, and I don't think they noticed until now. Gets a shot onto Omni, but didn't get through Shutter at all. Showed his face early here. Pandemic cleans it up quite quickly. No second bomb in sight for them either. We'll just put a stop to this before it really ever started too much.
Yeah, actually really quick bombs out of here from Paulson whenever the other team pushes forward to get those sacks, and he's just getting that counter sack in really quickly. It's helped him to catch updog a little bit off guard. So far hasn't really done as much maybe, but I mean no team's really gotten anything huge off these sacks anyway. So at this stage, just again, another reset. Updog just waiting for the players back, buff them up again and seeing what Rinton can do, or maybe Mix.
We'll see. I mean, the bomb works before. They gotta have some faith in them now, but at the same time, Xeno's probably gonna be a lot more careful about it to not just get someone in deep or in behind, just bombing him like this. Yeah, but they're gonna test a lot. Mix comes in, anti-air rocket not connecting, but just catch him on the landing. Paulson gets that kill quite quickly. Almost takes himself out with just 4 damage and self-rocket damage here as well, but not quite enough to even out the numbers quite yet. And yeah, it's already coming through that the map is just that bit different here for Xeno in terms of comfortability. Just a little bit slower here on their movements towards anything in the stalemate right now. I think Paulson tried to do the drop-down jump for some reason. Could have just gone through the door. There's no one there stopping him really from doing it. Sticks that they could have shot away, but I wouldn't have gotten him a much better angle to go the other way instead. So I don't know about that one, my god. Either way, I guess he's never finding out about that one here either. So all good in the world so far here, and it will just mean no chance taken, nothing lost in fact as well. And we are back where we started once more. It's just updog slowly but surely trying to get something started for the stalemate breaker.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I'd expect the positions were reversed, that Xeno would be making a lot more happen, but there's not really much they can do while holding this second point. It's pretty hard to get your players through onto Metalworks middle if they're sort of sitting there making sure that no one can really do too much of things. Another sack, of course, coming in from Rinton. Doesn't really do too much. Looks like they're finally fed up with the stalemate, though. Xeno pushing through now into the valley area, looking to retake this fight on the mid. Not too much space in, but they do get a soldier in behind, so depending on how much Paulson can actually get done here, might be the opportunity they need. Lots of damage coming out from both sides. They actually managed to force R4 there. I didn't see how that happened.
Well, I mean, either way, they'll take it here. Just somehow get the damage. Paulson barely surviving any and all of the effort to get that going as well, but don't even lose a player in the end. And now updog really has to grasp with straws right now to find something. Mix is so close. He doesn't know yet, though. He has to just respect the option that someone could come the other way. Just goes in high. In the meantime, though, everyone else already did the damage. Can't be the hero. At least someone was. Gets the force out already here. Mix finds the kill as well. Never mind. Man's on a mad one here in the backlines. Wants at least one kill here. Distracts him a little bit as well. And suddenly it's all looking up in the world for them again on updog here. Still are not on mid back yet again. Don't really have like player at all or anything like that. We'll just slowly feed in already while they can. Feign through the flank. Has a lot of weak players in front of them, but can't clean up any of them. In fact, we'll just go down to the scouts here in the end. Just never really committed to the bomb for this one fully here. And with one down already, Uber this side being almost to the point where updog has now as well. By the time they left, however, Xeno safely back on second. He was up now. Can't really pop on him just yet. Might have to pop anyway. There's the bomb coming through. Just circling around onto second. Finds the force just before they disappeared back into house. And they're just using so early. They can't get in at all. Really, really nice force here. Any counterplay would be great right now, but it doesn't look like anyone's fast to do it. Rinton just waiting on the pack, on the flank here. And that's all it's going to be.
Yeah, that's a really devastating situation for updog there. They finally got the advantage they needed, then just to lose it all to that force coming in from the soldier. Going to be holding this mid again to another uber advantage push from Xeno with the soldier. You know, I'm getting some deja vu here. Both soldiers now down for updog though, so not much contesting they can do. They're probably just going to have to give up this point to Xeno. But Xeno has a pretty large uber advantage, so if they take this quickly, I mean, knowing Xeno, they're going to push this really aggressively into second.
Yeah, let's see what it will be here. Trap is there, but they just pop through. DuMmTm deep, sees what they can get here right now. Not much to find, but that's DuMmTm still just waiting so long on the shutter door. Dolo going down. Can't drag anyone down with him. Trap is not ready for it in this instance here, and costing them a demo is pretty rough on them right now. They do have the Uber though, so Xeno has to respect that something might be coming here either way, but with one down, we see what they can do. Just need someone through, and there we go. The push comes in, but no one catches the shutter. Paulson just got 3 in the back. Lions gets one more backup on the ground, and Adodo spawns just to go down as the round's already over.
Oh no, that's disastrous. You know, they finally get the push out from last they needed. Hopefully not another leapfrog, and then just Paulson just walks in behind and gets the back cap. They're going to have another chance to pull something out on this mid, however. They did win the last one, so if they win this one, they'll have a bit of a better situation than they were on Sunshine at least. We'll see how they do it.
Let's see what will be a quick bomb in by Fane. Try to get an early kill here. Will just about survive though, somehow not going down. And in fact, just quick flank. Heaps finds the kill onto Wiethoofd right away here, and still behind the backline. No one's contesting it at all. All the time in the world to find the medic here, and as they turn around to deal with it, there's a bomb coming as well. Perfect timing here. Beefed a few shots to scout in the back, but they played off it perfectly, and that's all you need. Not every single player has to play perfectly, as long as the team does overall. Gets the cleanup there, and all it takes now is one bomb for Idolo, maybe? No, gets close, but can't find the shot in the end here. Put in a position where 2 have to hit in a row. None of them will connect. Xeno in full force towards last. Now all that's left standing is Rintin maybe flanking, but that's really all it's going to be now.
I was staring there watching the highlight as it happened, but it didn't, unfortunate for updog. They're now going to have to hold the last. Sentry being taken down, a lot of players on point. Doesn't really look like they're actually in the best of positions to contest this. A couple of players have gone down now for Fane. Precious trying to make sure he stays near the point. Scout has pushed the cap over though, and that's a very quick round for Xeno, leaving 2-0 on the board for them. 21 minutes left though, so updog has a chance to learn from what happened last mid, try to apply some of the lessons from the first mid maybe, see if they can get things going back in their favor again and stop Xeno from running away with things.
Alright, let's see 2-0 lead once again here. It costs them 10 minutes, but what's stopping them now here, right? Updog needs another good mid-fight. They started off with a decent one as well. They really need to get that momentum back right now. See if they can do it on mid-fight number 3. Wiethoofd just flying in high behind, trying to distract me a little bit. So much damage as well right away here. People incredibly weak, Omni included, while they have to worry about the backlines. People are up front as well, just spamming and spamming and spamming. That's the bomb coming through. One rocket will do. Pax is not spawning for the medic here. Cost them 3 players though. While they were like busy setting up for some elaborate behind play as well, people just went in on them as well and put them in a really, really bad spot. All that's left is the medic stuck in the corner, completely surrounded, nowhere to go, and full cleanup for the set of Xeno here. That started so good, but they never really committed off it.
Yeah, no, they got a lot of early damage, a lot of early positioning, but just didn't quite convert it. They're getting some really good start of mids here, but not really turning it into a good mid at the end of things. Updog is going to be having to defend last again, this time with uber disadvantage, and knowing Xeno, doesn't matter what this uber disadvantage is, they're probably going to push it really aggressively. They know they've got that little bit of advantage. They're probably building it. Sounds like the scout's hitting themselves, so it's updog has shown that they're able to defend these last decently well on Sunshine. Metalworks is a different beast. Definitely a lot less played beast for most of these players, for sure. So we'll see if they can replicate their success, or if this is going to end up to a quick 3-0 for Xeno.
Yeah, they certainly want to get that going as much as they can with this advantage in hand. It's going to get there really fast. It's packed as well right now. Ready to go pretty much. Gun in the lower area. Can catch them by surprise for sure. It's not even under the bridge, it's just on the stairs towards it, here on the ramp even. That could be good enough as well. Front wall sentries can just be always funny. Can't spam them when you're jumping in, you're gonna turn around for that thing, so maybe they won't realize in time here as well. But in fact, they're not taking any chances just yet, either in general right now, and that is why the gun might be a little bit tough now as well, because as much as it's funny for a push coming in, it's a lot worse when people are just bombing for your medic and it shoots you just towards the guy.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Fane out here rocking the Market Gardener occasionally, you really wouldn't want to hear the crit noise, see the Market Garden death medic, and have Fane, you know, laughing in chat as the sentry gun helped him get to his goal. It does look like there's about to be a double sack in though. They probably know where the sentry gun is. although they might not actually. You know, this is Metalworks. Not everyone knows where all the sentry gun spots are for this one, so you know, they might just be looking at things, seeing where they might be able to get some pushes in from. Definitely expect some kind of aggressive play from Xeno coming very soon. I mean, they can't sit on anything for any significant amount of time. They don't need to. They're 2 rounds up, but I mean, they're going to do some kind of play here for sure.
There's one play coming in at least. In fact, 2 for 1 as well here. Double bomb coming through, looking for the medic here. Oh, they went for different targets. Paulson actually successful as well, but frustrating to imagine that if that was just effort by both of them onto the same target here, the medic would have just had no chance but to pop the Eber. Because staying alive just fine, though, and all they get is a scout in the end. Just about the worst kill to get right now. The second they're not pushing out, don't need the scout to keep up momentum. And this soldiers is selected for to counter-sack as well. Just the least meaningful frag you could have gotten here, unfortunately. But it's better than nothing, I guess. 1 for 1, or 2 for 1 in this case, I guess. That means a little bit less likely to sack out of last. In fact, don't take any chance at all here to show their face outside, even their own last, let alone into a lobby even.
Xeno can definitely afford to play these sort of aggressive plays, lose 2 for 1, because they know that there's not really much of a chance of too much counter pressure coming out of updog. They're on last, which is already a vulnerable situation. They have an off class, so they can't really push out for it too well. And updog hasn't really been showing any aggressive tendencies over this game so far. They're putting a lot of respect on Xeno players, not super happy to go out and just hammer them. Another double soldier set coming in, floated around by the sentry gun. Both going down. They do manage to get the DuMmTm though. They lose a scout in that as well though, so a lot of frags coming through, 4 precious on the sentry gun, and an opportunity to push out for updog.
Yeah, congratulations to the AI for saving this one here, the real one showing up for updog. Let's see what the players can actually do about any aim assist, probably. Into Sackney right now. Exchange takes a while to go for here right now. Don't have a demo man either, but Wix gets a jump behind, but doesn't get the shots on the medic. Everyone's so weak. Can they do something with this? They have to. But in the meantime, while they're busy trying to resist feeding there anymore into second, while they don't even have the cap, people order into last, and it's just splitting them apart right now. They have to take care of everything at once, and they will crumble in the pressure.
Yeah, it's a disastrous push out for updog. Gonna leave a really good position now for Xeno. Easily having that last point. Going back up now to 3-0. 60 minutes left, so not the end of the world. There's still half the match to go if updog starts to make this a lot more competitive, which they have an opportunity to do. They've been pulling out some really good mids, haven't quite gotten over it for the last 2 of them, but they've got potential surely to start swinging things out their side. Gonna need to start countering Xeno's aggression, start preventing their soldiers from just getting in and doing so much work.
I don't know, for Xeno, this is not a halfway point. This is like match 3/4 over, I think, for them here. At least they want that to be the case here right now. Let's see if the mid-fight can back that mindset up right now. Forcing with the high bomb coming in, missing every single rocket, and dies to pressure C. Maybe gets Fein in as well. That guy hits 1, but 1's not enough just yet. They at least have good control of the high ground here. That might be good enough in the end here as well. It is just mental damage bombs really by the 2 red solis here, just forcing people back a little bit. And everyone else just does all the work with this one here. 4 people just claiming the complete high ground control, claiming the cap before they really get any more kills. Fein finds 20 eventually as well. And with Mick stuck in an upcoming 2v1 here as well. Tough one to win. Will at least claim 1 more kill. And Paulson actually just doesn't want to take the fight. He just wants to get into last.
R4 did escape from that one, so they have their Uber charge, setting up a sentry gun. Updog has been relatively successful in turning some pretty bad situations into things that aren't too disastrous for them, but I mean, turning a decent situation out of a bad situation is not going to start getting them rounds on this map. It's just going to help, you know, delay them losing another couple of rounds. I mean, they need to start turning things around here. They've gotten a pick on Fein, the scout was really low, not too much outwards pressure from them though. That's now 2 frags for them, so this is their opportunity to get forward, get very aggressive here. The soldier is in, drops the medic. That's the exact opportunity they need. The soldier's still behind. Demo Man now getting hammered as well, goes down on top of the rest of their players, protecting their medic. R4 survives it, still hasn't used his Uber, getting on Fein, who's in the back line, Scout coming in as well, getting on the man, taken down by Luna. Now that's a really good situation for updog. They got the second, haven't lost anyone, they need to take down Fein here, and they do. So now they've got the perfect opportunity to push mid and swing things around for their side.
On the bright side, this was really good. On the less bright side, they have to do this a lot more, if not for most of the next 14 minutes coming up right now, so still tough times ahead for them here, but it gives them a fighting chance right now. Sniper in the back, trying to change that from even happening as well. Tries to dodge on the sticky, doesn't even get the sticky ever. It's just a soldier deck ending. It's done all on his lonesome here. Rinton gets the kill though, and with the sniper down, that we've seen can do some work here as well. That's one less thing to worry about for updog coming into second already here. Still, most players still around. Soldiers dangerously looking like they are about to jump as well, but will change their minds actually. Just back to last it goes. Don't have an Uber just yet. They want everyone alive for this last round if they can. Don't even have the setup just yet, but a lot of spam still, and people are not careful enough on the point. They're not just going down. They're not paying attention here to what's coming up from Xeno in the back here. It won't matter too much, I don't think Uber here didn't in fact have much advantage anymore. Anyway, couldn't have gotten into last with the Uber before. Omni had his ready as well, so no sweat of their minds just yet to have to wait for respawning here, as long as obviously no one counterattacks, which in fact they will not do. Xeno surprisingly passive on this one here until now. Finally a soldier shows his face though. Just the longest waddle. Oh, no, gets spotted immediately. Oh, that's one. Bit more to go.
Does look like they're looking to take this. Pressure's going in for a sack with the soldier. Both of them going down. Doesn't manage to get too much. The sentry gun is level 1 only. Does do a little bit of work with Omni though. They're sending in another soldier as well. Fane does die on the other side though. So, I mean, actually still pretty even on the kills. A lot of extra spawns coming out though from Xeno. So they're going to contest this for sure. And there's really not enough players on the side of updog to hold the second.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here. They're just really, really far back, trying not to deal with any of the consequences, like you said. Still just a demo man, though. And that alone is just wasting a lot of time here. No one wants to dare, like, get past this trap right now. Maybe a bomb comes in. Mix, unfortunately, mistimes that. No one's through the door just yet. Pressure's also here on Sniper, trying to somehow hold him off right now, but eats a lot of damage. They find so much onto Omni as well, but just no one in position to follow up on that anymore at this point. Mix already wasted his jump early. And that's pretty much a done deal right here. At least they find the dead onto Heaps here. That's a funny one. Just the reverse trap coming through here. Gets the kill at least. Mixed with that. Also a free flank for him where the scout used to be here, but they're expecting it. They're just looking for that one in the back already, and they see it coming before it really happened. Mix going down. At least the Ubers are even now. They wasted a lot of time with all this here as well, and still have the sniper for the potential statement. Not the greatest sight-line of all time, but all it takes is one shot.
Yeah, definitely. Funny not seeing Heebs go into the swap off as he spawned in. I know that he likes the sniper class. I've played with him on a couple of teams in Highlander as sniper, and he's shown us he's really good at this match so far. But now's precious time to try to get something done. Gets a shot off, doesn't quite get anything done though, gets deleted by the spam from Xeno. So probably just another reset. Updog hasn't done too much in this situation. Xeno though, wanting to come out, wanting to do something off this. A lot of spam entering that lower area though, but they definitely have managed to take this valley area just with damage on their soldiers, but with frags on their side as well.
Alright, nice little start here for them here. This force is going to be costly for Updog once more. In fact, they're just disappearing really, really quickly out of this midpoint. No one's even staying behind for counterforce. Omni just got 3 on the point here, caps his thing up, on it goes, back to second. Xeno, 10 minutes left, but they want to wrap this up much sooner than that, it seems, right now. With this Uber certainly in a good position to do so here. All you need to do is just get it to mid without too much trouble. Precious has different ideas about that here, tries to sneak in, but everyone's just so far back still. They just see him coming a mile away.
We've got Rinton sitting in forwards, waiting to do something, goes onto the scouts, long down and he gets the drop with a fadeaway rocket as he walks back into the spawn, survives that as well. That's a really big opportunity for them. I don't know if they're going to be able to turn this into a push or anything though. I mean, they're definitely going to want to try something here, but I mean, they don't quite have their own Uber yet, and so far the players from Xeno have proven to be scarily effective at messing up any plans of pushing.
No fear, no respect, or no idea what's happening. Your guess is as good as mine, but only going down there, just not realizing the damage output there. It's going to cost them quite a bit. There was a backup camp, but that gets thwarted pretty quickly here. Had 2 people waiting for that one, both already staying behind quite a bit here. One more bomb comes through, doesn't go deep for the medic as well. Tries to land behind, somehow be annoying maybe, but will not be able to do that either here. Once again, the Solly's coming through, getting the job done just fine. On it goes, middle Fane hiding on the high ground here, and as you all know, looking up is the TF2 player's greatest weakness here, so no one sees this bomb coming, but the Surf gets hit anyway. The moment the damage comes through, Wiethoofd not even landing on the high ground, takes max fall damage imaginable from this one, just about, but still not enough to find the kill here.
I just wanted to flex there, you know, so yeah, I knew that was coming, I can hit that Surf, you know what, I'm going to survive it anyway. Luna having to sit there and beg for the arrow for about half an hour. Still now, I mean, we're in a deja vu situation once again for updog here, and yet again Xeno's just using this situation of one player up to push so aggressively. R4 getting a frag onto the soldier but losing 3 for his own team, and that's going to force them to the back of mid, waiting for this aggression from Xeno, which is going to come through now that they've got no scouts to defend against. And surely enough, the exchange coming out, R4 using onto his demo man, no Omni in sight though. Actually, Omni goes down to the demo man, and that's actually a really good cleanup now for the side of updog. A lot of frags coming through, as long as they can protect the medic here. That's Matt going down as well, just ult, who's a spawner, and they win that mid.
Yeah, they got the kills on the flank earlier to get into this position for the push on the flank here. Out of just no respect onto the flank players as well immediately, so they just kept it going, no respect about the situation here at all. Just went in, wanted the damage, got the force, but were much too far in to really deal with any of that anymore. We'll just go down. Matt not reacting there in time whatsoever, and with that updog in a great spot now as well. We'll have a good chance here, good advantage here for them coming up. Have to wait for Wiethoofd, but that's just fine. He was not up yet anyway. Gives them a fighting chance, so there's going to be a heavy and a gun on last. Front wall gun once again has put in good work for both of these teams. This time around a little bit different. Well, the last few times you've seen it, it's just a matter of baiting to be the bombs in deep, and then the medic walks towards the gun last second, so the bomb's going nowhere and still has to get past the gun. In this case, it is just an annoying one that they have to deal with late after they come in, try to get deep, and then have to deal with it on the back pedal here a little bit here. Do that pretty quickly though, as Eva's coming towards point now as well. Getting some good cap on here already, but Scout's going down. Soldier's incredibly weak for Red. There's a lot of damage lacking right now, but they've done a lot of damage already. Will still be a force in the end, maybe even a little bit of an early one in fact by Omni. I feel like there was not enough pressure on the board anymore for updog to really get the force going through their own matters here at all, but they will pop anyway. Have them have this one at least, but at the very least last is secure for the time being.
Really good from R4 there, getting out of danger. He knew when it went south and managed to escape while the soldier distracted. So that's going to leave them with an even Uber, or if they build really well, an Uber advantage. Chance to recontest this, which they are taking. A lot of aggression coming through, picking up so many frags. That's now a really good position for updog. Only 2 players left on the defense, and they're capping the second.
I want to say nice things about Iron Bomber air pipes, but I just really can't bring myself to do it anymore.
Just can't do it.
Even way, hey, I mean, it's a good kill, right? It's a valuable one here as well, and that's one more portion going down as well. The spawns are coming up though, and it costs them Luna as well to get there. So good times might be over here, in fact, until this Uber busts into last. Might want to wait for Precious, but barely have the time to do that even. So, gotta weigh out the options here right now. Do you go in early without everyone up? Do you just wait a few seconds and let them get spawns as well? Certainly waiting any longer is already proven difficult here as the heavy spawns up as well. Now they're just taking their chances here as well. See what's up, Mix. Beefing the jump a little bit. He doesn't have a flash anymore. Will stay alive just about with a Dolo down, and then 1 HP soldier effectively in the backlines as well. Cannot get much further than this.
Not the worst play out of R4 there, out of the updog team. I guess that it's an interesting play to try to they could have used that to get some advantage. Looks like they just wanted to leave Precious in there though. He is barely escaping with the medic. That's not going to leave them with any advantage or opportunity to re-push this though, but it looks like they're just going for it anyway. And they just don't want to give up the second at all. Precious going down though should screw up any plans they had of holding that. Adola going down as well might screw up any plans they had of holding mid. They definitely wanted to see something happen there. I applaud the aggressive plays. Hasn't worked out perfectly for them, but definitely gave them their time on second, if you will. Unfortunately, they're now going to be having to hold back, pull back the second. Oof, that's actually Mix getting a frag onto Paulson there. Gets taken down himself though, and it's just another reset with an advantage for the mid-fight, at least, on Xeno, but even Ubers on both teams.
Alright, there we go. Let's see if they can do something from this position here on either side of the matter right now. Obviously, Xeno still with match point in sight at least. Want to get this game over and done with here. Updog's chance to bring this one fully back, pretty much dwindling any second now, ever so quickly, but taking no chances here at least. Don't want to have people get too deep too quickly. Want to have an exchange of this one, but have to deal with a player behind as well. Fane just sitting in the back lines, somehow getting, oh no, the medic is getting forced out as well. Has to take a long way out, and there's the double bomb, just waiting, praying for the Uber to fade.
Yeah, and that's disastrous for Updog. They're going to have an Uber disadvantage, player disadvantage as well. Luna coming up on the Pyro class. He's doing some gimmicks here onto Matt. It's a reflect kill on him as well. Can he get anything more? Sets a lot of people on fire, doesn't get the soldier though. Scout now on last, getting forced off by these spawners. No Dem Man's going to give a chance for updog to defend this one, but their players are low and facing down a lot of other players. Pandemic getting taken down on point by Adolo. Just R4 going in with the saw, getting a lot of damage actually. But no, that's kills coming in the way of Xeno, and they do cap the point, leaving it 4-0 now for them, with just a bit over 3.5 minutes left.
I'm glad not to be the only one, in any region for that matter, I actually as well, that my TF2 gamer brain is so rotten that we've seen someone use literally a head bust to kill someone, and we still call it a saw anyway.
Yeah. It's just we're on complete bot mode here. I mean, it's the same thing anyway. Going on to this mid, Adolo taking some early damage there. They date some early position though, taking down Matt. R4, however, going down to a bomb by Fane. That's pretty disastrous for updog. R4 now coming in behind as well. Maybe going for a bomb in. Nothing so far. Actually going with the way of updog there. They do get the medic, they do get the frags, and they've taken this mid.
Yeah, looks like it. All that's left is he's just jumping about, trying to dodge, not getting any further with this one here. Will go down. That's going to be strong mid fight for them here. Does cost them because no one's spawning with the guy either, and with that, it's going to be a long while before anyone actually gets the Uber build at all for updog here. So a tough one to see both men die for the same spawn wave, only for Omni to have like 40 ad out of this one.
Yeah, everyone's just abandoning R4. He's playing his own game here, unfortunately. Hopefully Xeno doesn't know about this advantage, but I mean, I reckon they've got some sixth sense. They have some sixth sense. They're going to push it anyway, even if it's even. They're 4 rounds up and they want to make it 5, so I still expect something aggressive coming out of them when they get Uber. Updog might try to represent here, but they are holding a bit far back, and I don't know, I feel like Xeno can smell weakness. They've seen the blood in the water so many times so far. You know, I almost expect them to just know whatever's going on the Updog side. They've got a player in the comms or something.
Well, at least if you were like cheating about knowing the enemy's Uber situation, at least you can pretend like you just used a Solemn Vow now, even though you gotta actually see the medic for that, which they haven't so far. So if they did push off this, that would be slightly sketchy, I think. But at the moment, they're fine. Nothing too sussy going on here just yet. We'll see about this push, however. Not going to be any different right now. Just stuck against each other early, just seeing how they can position themselves for the post Uber right now. And in fact, want to just kind of go past each other as much as they can here right now. Both teams kind of get where they want to be, but I think one of these teams not happy with where they are. Only just trying to play Metal Gear Solid here. Unfortunately, these people can see him when he's crouching, so that's not going to work. Will go down. In the end, though, still a great success for Xeno here.
Yeah, Mix being found out by a scout behind. Heaves doing his best to fight him. Wards him off the second point. No back cap going to be coming out of them. Spawn's now coming through for Updog, but there's already an aggressive player on them. Doesn't really do much. Luna left on 4 HP, finally gets healed up, so they've got a chance now for the second. Omni actually is the one who hasn't been building this time, so you're going to have an advantage for R4. I've got no idea where Omni was there. It's just completely far away from his team, for sure. Don't know how much time they have to do it in though, because 47 seconds, less than a minute. I mean, at this stage they're going to be all gas, no brakes to take this to last.
No, this is still doable for Updog, even Copium. They can do it, I believe. He has to come back. See, they're winning the fight. It's already happening here. Nice cleanup by Precious. He gets 2 already. And I'm just running out of fear right now. They don't want to die. Omni at the very least close to it already here. Has to be careful. Takes the pack. Tries to stay alive here. Bomb in coming up by Pause. And then Omni gets the snipe as well. Finds one more kill of his own. That's going to look nice on the Logsword Medic here for sure. But more or less the end of the game with this one as well. If not for one more Uber to round the game out.
Yep, 8 seconds left, and that's going to be, it's not even enough time to cap last here, so that's going to be a 4-0 for Xeno as they become the victors of the round 3, which just leaves them actually for a record of 2 wins and 1 loss for this season so far.
Yeah, double forward is obviously not the performance I think anyone on Updog really was hoping for.
But anyway, even though it wasn't the best situation for Updog, they didn't really win a map 4-0 on both of them. They didn't get win differenced on either of them, which was definitely a threat. We've actually got some logs as well from that one. Surprisingly, Updog actually got more damage than Xeno did. Less frags by 20 exactly, but a little bit more damage, almost 1,000 more damage I think. So pretty impressive showing from them. And the medics, surprisingly, 5 kills between them. Omni with 3, R4 with 2, same amount of deaths as well. So, they were competing there for sure. I reckon that they played Metalworks a lot better. They put themselves in advantageous situations a lot more often, even if they didn't really get a lot out of it. And definitely, I reckon that we saw a big step up in gameplay from Bodicus as, the first map was a bit rocky sometimes, didn't have things always going his way. But, in the second map, we just definitely saw some really good play out of him, some good survivals, some good positioning. And it worked out pretty well when it comes to the logs, at least, even if the team wasn't really able to capitalize off that advantage as well as they could.
All right, with that, a couple of plugs here as well. Everything in between the divisions here should be watchable coming up for you guys, and I'm sure ozfortress coverage coming here through the next few days and weeks as well on Kritzcast. So stay tuned, follow the stream.
Subscribing to Kritzcast gives you full access to all the unedited VODs, you can see all the forbidden content they don't want you to see, There's also the Discord and the Twitter, which you should definitely follow, get fully up to date on all the streams and stuff when they're going out and such. There's also the Patreon and merch, there's mugs, there's hoodies, there's masks. You can display your love for TF2 in public to all your friends and family, No, apart from that, I've been Luggnuts, joined with DuMmTm and Connor on the production, and thank you for watching Kritzcast.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hi, old beaver! Away!